Hello and welcome to the second episode of our podcast. Today we're gonna speak about capitalization tables or cap table as these are also known. In general, at a basic level, a cap table is just a list of the shareholders of the company, the percentage they held in the share equity of the company, and the rights they have in case of voting or not voting. So, uh, it's like a picture that gives you at some point in time what are those that invested some money in the company. The first tier of the cap table is of course the founders and co-founders, the ones that actually created the company. And initially, of course, at the founder stage, these are the shareholders that are listed there with how many shares they have, what is the percentage in the share equity. The cap table has to be maintained on a regular basis in a dynamic manner, especially if you are going through multiple funding rounds. After the founder, in general, startup goes through pre-seed, seed round, then if everything goes alright and the company grows, they will also have the A series, B series, C series, and in the most fortunate cases, the company will go to the IPO, being listed on a stock exchange. At all these stages, new investors are added to the project, to the company, to the share capital of the company, and we have to keep track all these changes in the cap table, especially because while some people invest in the company, they will dilute what the other members of what the other shareholders of the company held as a share. To learn more about the cap table and how it looks like, I will share with you a sample. This is a cap table I have built for a client that is based in South Africa. It's called Extend Event, and they are organizing virtual trade shows for companies, especially in that part of the world in Africa. So as you can see here in the cap table, we have first of all the valuation at each round. We have a percentage of shares sold to each new shareholder and the amount invested in the company. So we have the rounds: founder, co-founder, seed, series A, exit, IPO, merge, buyout. That will presumably happen in year number 5. The valuation is determined at exit based on the annual forecast figures that we have here in the financial model, and the cap table is built based on the assumption that at the exit at IPO the company will worth around $143 billion. At that stage, the company will give to the shareholder 25%. At Series A, we calculate the valuation of companies by considering a series of multiples 9, 43, 95, and so on and so forth that are in general accepted for such rounds. So if at IPO the company is supposed to worth 143, based on a multiple of 9, the valuation of Series A will be only 60 million. So this means that if I give 12% of the company to in exchange of 12 of $2 million, the new shareholder will hold around 885 shares. So as you can see, at each round, founder, co-founder, seed, series A, and of course exit, all the percentages that and the number of shares that are held by each shareholder in the company is recalculated, and for example, the main shareholder suffers a huge dilution, so he will lose like around 40% of the company. So all this number of shares is calculated based on the amount invested by the new shareholders and recalculating the percentages by applying the dilution effect. Thank you for watching this. If you need some cap table, please do not hesitate to contact me.